Hello, my friends. Welcome to Breakfast with Sergio. This is episode number 92. And today I'm here with Oliver Aguilar. We're going to talk about supporting a cause through art, supporting a cause that you care about through art. Good morning, Oliver. How are you?
Good morning, Sergio. This is a sunny day today.
It's awesome. It's a beautiful day. Happy to be here with you. And you are an interior designer here in Chicago and also a board director for DIFFA, which you're going to tell us a little bit more about this morning. But before we do that, tell me what's on your plate this morning. What's for breakfast for you, my friend?
I just came back from Madrid and I took a cooking class there. And
wow.
One of the things I learned was to make a Spanish omelet.
Oh,
so
let me see.
That's what I've done. It's made out of just potatoes and onions, cooked and fried, and then put some eggs in there with some of my favorite spices.
Wow.
And so I put some tomatoes in there as well as some orange juice just to remind me of the culture that I just learned. So, and along with that, I brought in some Filipino stuff such as ensamadas and gosh, this is an amazing thing. In the Filipino market, there's this jackfruit. We call it langka. So I'm going to have that. And so because today's a special day, I am going to pig out.
You're going all out, my friend. That's awesome. Well, my view, unlike yours, is really tiny. Scrambled eggs, couple of strawberries that I just dropped from the fridge really quickly because I didn't want to look so on a diet or anything like that. And then, of course, a little bit of my drink right here. Well, my friend Oliver, you are a great supporter of the arts. We've known each other for a while. You come often to our openings too, and you support the arts here in Chicago. And you are now also one of the board directors for DIFFA. So tell me a little bit about what's DIFFA. As we talk about, how as artists, how can we support the causes that we get in life?
Oh, absolutely. DIFFA has been around since 1984, and DIFFA stands for Design Industry Foundation Fighting AIDS. And in the 80s, we have a lot of friends and family members who are dying of this disease. And as the decades go on and these new medications come in, you know what? It's still a very important issue. And I have friends and family too that are HIV positive or have AIDS, and I want to support them as well. And as an interior designer and an architectural community, we all gather together to support this cause, this one cause, and it's important.
So let's talk a little bit about how as artists, how can we support the organizations we care about, and the cause, more than anything, the cause behind the organization that we care about. And one of the things that I want to talk to you about is maybe give us some ideas on, for example, what DIFFA does to support the arts in collaboration with the artists, and how can artists do this on their own?
Absolutely. Since I joined the board of directorship at DIFFA, we were trying to figure out new ways to have people involved. And I've been collecting for 30 years, believe it or not, in art. So not only international art, but local artists. And I was trying to find a way how do I support local artists as well? And I want to expose many of these artists don't get exposed at all to either a gallery or any types of showings or anything like that. I want to help, and this is how I can do this. I proposed to DIFFA that we should do this thing called Art for Life Chicago, which is a fundraising event to raise money for DIFFA and for our community. And what we can do is expose these artists to, it's a juried exhibition, by the way. And last year we had Jerry Saltz from the New Yorker, and Tony Carmen also from Expo Chicago participating on it. Yeah. And then it sort of snowballed. And then now this year we had the Smithsonian, the Art Institute of Detroit, a member of the Art Institute of Chicago, DePaul University's Art Museum. And I can go, a Treehouse Museum, I can go on, believing in our cause. And by that, we have so many artists that now is participating that we can't take all of them. And so the jury portion is, I just wanted to make it like an awesome event. I really want to do it because I want to tell these artists who are participating they are important as well. And we want to show them off to as many people as possible, whether they are the jurors or potential buyers or even just fans. So that's a portion of it as well. Moy, I could talk forever about how we can help artists.
No, that's wonderful, because a lot of times, and this is something that, we chatted a little bit about before the video, is how many times artists are asked sometimes to donate for organizations, for causes, sometimes over and over. And so you're never know exactly, is it going to be worth it, right? Is it really actually going to, everybody promises there's going to be a lot of exposure, but not everybody delivers that, right? And that, I always tell artists when I work with artists and I coach artists, say, you always have to, first of all, believe in the organization, right? You have to believe in the cause that you are supporting.
That's the number one thing, Sergio.
That is the most important. Never do it just because exposure or just because this person is going to see it. Do it because you believe in the organization. That is the number one motivator. And then if you do that, then everything else is kind of like icing on the cake, right? It becomes an added value that's given to the effort. And to hear that, from you, so some of the amazing things that DIFFA is doing, not only saying, hey, here's some artists, everybody come and see it, but partnering with really important people in the arts and organizations and museums and so on. It really adds so much value to what you're doing for the artists too.
It's a little different than some of the other nonprofits or profitable auction houses here in the community. And I totally get about artists being bombarded with being asked for donations. I really do. And because of that, and because I've attended many of those, what we do is we give a certain percentage back to the artists. But still, it's a small token. And on top of that, we want to continue exhibiting their work to other events that we have, whether it's a live art party or something else that would promote DIFFA, because Art for Life is here to stay.
That's fabulous. So, Oliver, so when is the next event?
The next event, believe it or not, is on October 18th, on Thursday. Okay. VIP party at 5 o'clock. Woohoo!
All right.
And, what's special about the VIP is that these the artists are there. There's specialty drinks and cocktails and hors d'oeuvres, and the general public comes in at 6 o'clock. And then we have a live auction that's happening later on for not all, but for a selected few. Yeah. And then we have a silent auction as well throughout the whole entire night. And you can also bid on those pieces online for a certain amount of time as well.
So how can our friends who are maybe interested in this event can find out more information? Where can they go?
Sergio, go to artforlifechicago.org or difffachicago.org, either one, and they'll connect you to that website. They'll tell you more about everything that we do and what we believe in, both for DIFFA Chicago and Art for Life.
Awesome. And then lastly, how do artists can be part of this? Many artists listen to or the podcast or watch the episodes either on Facebook or on YouTube or on Instagram, and they may want to know, how can they get involved? This is a cause that they believe in as well. How can they get involved with Art for Life?
Well, thank you so much for asking. The website is a great way to start because that's when submissions come in. We usually ask about 6 months in advance for artist submissions, and then within a couple of months after that, the jury process begins. Look for that. And also, a lot of the Art for Life committee members are also artists and art lovers. So we are actually everywhere in the community and spreading the news verbally because it's still a grassroots. We're only in our second year right now. And man, starting a nonprofit is really difficult. So, but marketing and all this stuff as best as we can. And thanks to you, Sergio, for putting this together for us.
Awesome. And we have many friends, mutual friends that are part also of what you're doing and very excited for that too. Look forward to being part of that too as well in the future. So we are super excited for this. Oliver, thanks so much for sharing, what your passion is with DIFFA and what the work that you're doing, the cause that you're supporting. And more than anything, for also the support that you give to artists, not only through DIFFA, but even in your own life, in your own career. as a collector, as a friend of artists, as a supporter. You come to openings, you go to shows, you are there, you show up, and that really speaks volumes. A lot of people only show up when they need something, but a true person when he's there, to support the community, and you're one of those, and that's really awesome. Kudos on you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Cheers on that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, my friends, well, it's time for you to go back to your breakfast. I'll get back to mine too. I'm sure yours smells really good, really delicious. So, my friends, thank you so much for watching this episode of Breakfast with Sergio. We'll see you in the next time here as well. Thanks, Oliver, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Thanks, Sergio. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.